Live from Cool Studios, this is koolNews Primetime!
Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This is home, and this is koolNews Primetime. I'm Kyle. The Alice Guo who signed the counter affidavit is not the Alice Guo who is the former mayor of Bamban, Tarlac, the National Bureau of Investigation said on Thursday. Guo is no longer here during the time that the supposed counter affidavit was submitted during the preliminary investigation before the Department of Justice, said NBI Fraud and Financial Crimes Division Chief Palmer Malari, who is also the head of Task Force Alice Guo. The NBI's Question Documents Division examined Guo's signature in the counter affidavit and her sample signature. The examination conducted by the QDD proved that the sample signature appearing on the documents as compared to the signature on the counter affidavit were not written by the same person, Malari said. The counter affidavit signed on August 14 and submitted to the DOJ was a response to the qualified human rights trafficking complaint. Because of the result of the NBI's investigation, it filed another criminal complaint against Guo and 5 others for falsification by a notary public, use of falsified document, perjury, and obstruction of justice. Also included in the complaint is attorney Albert Garcia, who notarized the affidavit, Dante Catabay, Cheryl Medina, Catherine Salazar, and Dorlene Pepito. Our task force, Alice Guo, after investigation and collation of evidence, we finally came out with cases against Alice Guo and 5 others of her cohorts, NBI Director Jimmy San Diego said during kapihan sa DOJ. The DOJ panel of prosecutors rejected the counter affidavit and filed the case before the Pasig City Regional Trial Court, where she already pleaded not guilty. Senator Renato Bato de la Rosa on Thursday said someone introducing themselves as part of the International Crime Court ICC contacted his office, which he said he ignored. According to De La Rosa, he ignored the call as the ICC had no jurisdiction over the Philippines. None. Someone contacted the police, but we ignored it because we knew they had no jurisdiction over us, said De La Rosa in a chance interview in Manila Hotel, where he filed his certificate of candidacy for re-election when asked if the ICC has already contacted him or his office. He further denounced that the caller may only be a random person trying to write the issue. Someone contacted my office, but we ignored it. We didn't talk. Maybe they're just idiot people who are writing on the issue, he said. De La Rosa said the caller made up a European name and asked him for an interview. Still, the senator questioned the timing as it came almost immediately after former Senator Antonio Trillion brought the issue up. Don't entertain that, because maybe those are just crazy people writing on the issue, he said. Bato is among those mentioned in the Crimes Against Humanity complaint before the ICC. Trillion previously said De La Rosa and 4 other former officials of the Philippine National Police are not considered suspects in the drug war case against Duterte. De La Rosa was then the chief implementer of former President Rodrigo Duterte's bloody anti-drug war campaign. Preventively suspended Cebu City Mayor Michael Rama has been permanently disqualified from holding any government position after the Office of the Ombudsman found him guilty of nepotism and grave misconduct. In an order dated September 9, 2024, and obtained by media on Thursday, October 3, the Ombudsman ruled that Rama's acts of nepotism, specifically the hiring of his wife's 2 brothers as casual employees in City Hall, violated multiple provisions of the civil service rules. The ruling includes his dismissal from service, cancellation of eligibility, forfeiture of retirement benefits, except accrued leave credits, and permanent disqualification from government reemployment. Although the order is still not final and executory and is open for appeal, Rama said he has yet to receive an official copy of the Ombudsman's order. When asked for comment, he declined, citing the absence of any formal notification. The decision stemmed from a complaint filed in January 2023 by Noel Poseda, also known as Inday Josa G-Ong Bien Osmena, who accused Michael Rama of appointing his brothers-in-law, Almar and Gomer Manganat, to positions under the office of the mayor and the Cebu City Medical Center. Both brothers, siblings of Rama's second wife, Marilu Jimenez Manadat Rama, were employed as casual employees between January 2022 and December 2022. The ombudsman stated that these appointments were prohibited nepotistic appointments under existing civil service regulations. Nepotism rules, which apply to both career and non-career service, prohibit the appointment of relatives within the third degree of consanguinity or affinity, a relationship that includes the mayor's in-laws. In the ruling, the ombudsman emphasized that the penalty for such offenses not only includes dismissal, but also perpetual disqualification from holding any government office in the future. If dismissal cannot be enforced due to Michael Rama's separation from service, the penalty will be converted into a fine equivalent to his 1-year salary. The ombudsman's ruling came as a bitter turn of events for Partido Barok Team Rama, led by the suspended Michael Rama, who filed their certificates of candidacy today for the upcoming elections. And it looks like it's not just the Cebu City Mayor that is getting disqualified from public office, but we also have Mandu Mayor Jonas Cortes being dismissed. Mandu City Mayor Jonas Cortes has been found guilty of this misconduct and is meted the penalty of dismissal from the office by Office of the Ombudsman. The complaint is anchored on the alleged act of Cortes for allowing the continuous operation from 2020 to 2022 of Subriye Fields Development Corporation, a batching plant of concentrate mixed cement located in City of San Jose 1, Circumferential Road, Barangay Labongon, Mandu City. This despite the alleged lack of the required business permit, sanitary permit, and clearance. In a Facebook post, suspended Mayor Jonas Cortes said that the ombudsman's case and decision came as no surprise. Cortes also accused his opponent as the one behind the decision. We really know that our opponent has used the connections and power at the disposal, but let me assure you that just as we have faced challenges before, we will not back down, Cortes said. Cortes said that they would exhaust all legal remedies to appeal the decision. Because it is not just me, it is about the trust you have placed in me, and I will defend that trust with all that I have. Mende has always remained as one city who rise together, and I know deep in my heart, I know deep in heart that we will overcome this storm successfully. He said in his post. I pledge to you to continue to fight with me and support me while we stand on solid ground because justice and truth is on our side. Together, we will move forward no matter what, he added. The Office of the Ombudsman's decision to dismiss Mayor Cortes from office came as he was serving his 1-year suspension for allegedly appointing an unqualified officer in charge at the city's social welfare and services. His suspension started last August 2024. And police have apprehended one person who is allegedly among the most wanted New People's Army rebels in Caraga region. Brigadier General Alan Nazaro, director of the Police Regional Office Caraga, on Thursday identified the rebel as Rudy Amara, reportedly the vice commanding officer of the NPA Guerrilla Front 30. The arrest took place on Tuesday in Carmen, Surigao del Sur. Amara faces 6 counts of murder, 5 counts of frustrated murder, 3 counts of attempted murder, and a charge of slight illegal detention, Nazaro said. Amara is listed as the region's second top convenience priority target and the second most wanted person. On top of the murder charges, Amara faces 3 charges under Republic Act 9208, the Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act of 2003. On the same day, PRO 13 also nabbed 7 other wanted persons, including a Sergeant Edok, 38, in Tandac City, Surigao del Sur. Edok, who was facing murder charges, is the 9th most wanted person in the region. The remaining suspects were captured in separate operations across Dinagad Islands, Agusan del Norte, and Butuan City. It is now 9:10 in the evening, and we will get back into More news headlines, including international and entertainment headlines, right here on Cool News Primetime. So stick around. Cool News Primetime will return after these messages.
Bitin. 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 B10 plus 1 free! Sa Magic Flix Plain 10 plus 1 free sulit pack, wala nang bitin-bitin. Dahil mas pinasulit versus previous pack of 10s na ang Magic Flix Plain. Sa 10 plus 1 free sulit pack, mas mura pa versus other plain crackers in supermarkets. Kaya bili na! Sarap pag may magic!
May tanong si Siman Rodel.
Pare, may insurance plan bang nagbibigay protection sa akin at nag-iipon para sa pag-aaral ng anak ko?
Oo naman!
Sa Sun Life Grepa, gets ka namin, sagot ka namin. Bayad can avail of Sun Life Grepa policies while in the Philippines.
Mamadaming time sa lahat ng gusto nyo. Mamadaming time, Champion Detergent ang gamit ko. Champion na!
Sa Champion Quick Wash Technology, less time sa lavada, more time sa pamilya.
Namiss kita. Ikaw pa rin ang hinahanap-hanap ko. Alam ko you're still the one. Buti na lang, mas affordable na versus previous price. Ang best tasting creamer para sa kape mo. Coffee Mate.
Uy, ano raw yun? Kaya raw nilang ayusin yung PhilHealth registration mo? Pero may bayad? Nako, huwag kang maniwala dyan. Fixer yan. Hindi ka sigurado dyan. Huwag magpapaloko sa fixer. Huwag basta ipagkatiwala ang personal mong impormasyon. Makipag-transact sa pinakamalapit na PhilHealth office para sa registration, updating at pagbabayad ng inyong contributions. Bumisita sa www.philhealth.gov.ph para hindi mabiktima ng scammer.
Ang Chicken Joy, yes na! Ang pinakamasarap, bigger na! Best tasting na, our biggest pa! Ito ang Chicken Joy, yes! Best tasting na, our biggest pa! Ito ang Chicken Joy, yes!
Starts at 82 pesos pa rin. Price varies. Bigger claim is versus previous size. Best tasting claim is based on quantitative brand and product imagery study conducted by SCMI last November 2023.
D3 Bio. Babalik-balik ng tarkaso at lamdan, mag-D3 Bio ka na sa gana sa lauric acid na kinukonvert na katawan sa monolorine na mas potent na antiviral agent. D3 Bio, panglaban mo sa viral na nagdudulot ng pabalik-balik na tarkaso at lamdan. D3 Bio. D3 Bio, ang extra virgin coconut oil na may vitamin D3. Ang vitamin D3 na may extra virgin coconut oil. Mabibili sa mga suki ninyong butika nationwide. Dito na tayo sa subok na D3 Bio.
Uy, Dimples! Ako nga to! Wow, naka-EQ pants din ang baby mo? Siyempre, may new bubble top sheet para iwas rashes. Naks, yayamanin ang features sa presyong abot kaya. Economy, quality, EQ pants, ikaw na!
Robust Dietary Supplement for Men. Sabi nila, ang tunay na lalaki, matibay, magaling, at matigas. Samahan mo pa ng Robust. Gawa ito sa Epimedium Extra, L-Arginine, Songaria Cynomorium at GABA with proper diet and exercise. Para makasiguro, bumili sa mga Mercury Drugstores nationwide. Robust, 75 pesos SRP per tablet lamang. Robust, para sa mga kalalakihan. Hatid sa inyo ng ATC Healthcare International Corporation. Mahalagang paalala, ang Robust ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Where does your power really come from?
Power to learn!
Power to cure. Power to create.
Power to connect with loved ones.
Hello? Mom!
At Aboitiz Power, we aim to provide reliable and sustainable energy. Powering you and life. Aboitiz Power. We power you.
From traffic lights to bright lights, adventure sites, and show nights. Basta Sunsilk with regular use, may lugay-ready hair ka anytime, anywhere. Use Sunsilk Smooth and Manageable with Active Infusion, made with a blend of flower oils, vitamin B3, and collagen. Now with its best ever fragrance versus previous formulations. Sunsilk, $2.25 lang per wash based on sachet SRP.
Ako
ko ay tutula, mahabang-mahaba, tungkol sa chocolate drink na malinamnam na. Abay, sobrang sustansya pa. Tikman ang Mark Choco 9-in-1 plus 1 chocolate drink mix with stevia. Meron itong turin, probiotics, omega-3 DHA, at chlorella. Kasama din ng herbal extract na gotu cola, acai berry, cocoa, at spirulina. May natural na pampatamis ito ay ang stevia. Kaya naman talagang masustansya. Ang herbal extracts ay mahusay na nakatutulong upang palakasin ang immune system ng ating katawan. Mark Choco 9-in-1 plus 1 chocolate drink mix with stevia. Available at leading grocery, drugstore, and sari-sari store. Mark Choco 9-in-1 plus 1 chocolate drink mix with stevia. Chocolinamnam, healthy sa katawan.
Spritz Hard Seltzer? Is it soda? Beer? Hard?
No, it's a spiked sparkling sensation.
Low sugar, low calories, low ABV. Refreshingly. Spritz!
Drink responsibly.
Okay pa kaya itong birth certificate ko? Last year pa kasi ito na-issue eh.
Wala na expiry yan. Habang buhay ang validity niyan sa ilalim ng batas ni Senator Bong Revilla.
Laking ginhawa at minus gastos yan ha. Idol talaga si Senador.
Tama, wala na pong expiry ang ating mga birth, death, and marriage certificates. Kahit anong petsa pa man ito in-issue ng PSA o ng inyong local registry. Ito po si Senator Bong Revilla. Isa lamang ito sa mga batas na ating iniakda at isinulong para sa ating mga kababayan.
This is a paid advertisement by Amos Production.
Labanan natin ang virus, palakasin ang immune system. Uminom araw-araw ng C Plus Vitamin C. Hindi basta-bastang vitamin C. Hindi 500 milligrams, mas pinalakas ito. Ginawang 1,000 milligrams talaga. Kauna-unahan sa Pilipinas na 1,000 milligrams vitamin C with zinc, rose hips, at bioflavonoids. C Plus Vitamin C. 10 pesos lamang kada tableta. C Plus Vitamin C. Uminom ng isang tableta pagkatapos kumain. C Plus Vitamin C. FDA approved. Para sa inyong mga orders, please call 0966-963-9705 or 0968-572-0844. Please follow our Facebook page, Nature's Medic Center for Alternative Medicine.
Panahon na ba natin magka-internet na mabilis at walang monthly bills? Yung 699 lang, 30 days only na? At 24 hours lang, may installan na tayo in serviceable areas? Panahon na natin mag-G-Fiber Prepaid!
At malinya na sa gfiberprepaid.load.com.ph.
Terms and conditions apply. See gfiberprepaid.globe.com.ph for more details. Promo runs from February 8, 2024 until October 31, 2024 per DTI Fair Trade Permit number FTEB 185842 series of 2024. Promo runs from June 1 until October 31, 2024 per DTI Fair Trade Permit number FTEB 194361 series of 2024.
Feeling good while you work. Cool FM.
It is 9:18 in the evening and you are still listening and watching koolNews Primetime. Transportation Secretary Jimmy Bautista clarified on Thursday that the recent hike in airport fees at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport was discussed during several cabinet meetings and was not an unilateral decision by the Department of Transportation. In a statement, Bautista said a recent report claiming that the airport fee hike was an unilateral decision by the agency was a false statement. It said we approved the rates without approval from Cabinet. It passed through the Cabinet meetings. We had many Cabinet meetings to discuss this, he said. He added that President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. himself supported the move. The DOTR chief, however, said they have no plans to sue the individual who published the false report. On Monday, Bautista slammed a report by business news website Binario as malicious and unfounded. The report claimed that he and DOTR Undersecretary for Aviation and Airports Bobby Lim are facing heightened scrutiny over airport fee hikes without a green light from the cabinet. This came after the new Naya Infrastructure Corporation announced higher airport terminal fees that will take effect beginning September next year, from a domestic terminal fee of 200 pesos to 550 pesos, while international passengers will have to pay 950 pesos from 550 pesos. The Manila International Airport Authority also announced the implementation of higher parking rates at Naya starting October 1. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has reaffirmed the government's commitment to properly compensate teachers for hours worked beyond the prescribed teaching hours. In his speech during the 2024 National Teachers' Day celebration in Quezon City on Thursday, Marcos mentioned Department of Education DepEd Order Number 5, Series of 2024, which mandates fair and equitable distribution of teaching loads. Public school teachers will be properly compensated once they exceed the prescribed 6 hours of classroom teaching every day, he said, referring to the order issued last September 27. We are instituting these measures to foster a more balanced and conducive work environment for our public school teachers, he added. Marcos also highlighted other measures that the government has implemented to support teachers in their job and career progression. In my recent SONA State of the Nation address, I emphasized that supporting teachers is one of this administration's key priorities, he said. This year, I signed the implementing rules and regulations for Executive Order Number 174 to bring more opportunities for your career advancement and professional development. No public school teacher will be retiring as Teacher 1 anymore, he added. The President also mentioned the Kabalikat sa Pagtuturo Act, which allows a tax-free teaching allowance of 5,000 pesos for the purchase of teaching supplies and materials. This amount is set to increase to 10,000 pesos in the next school year. Furthermore, Marcos reiterated the signing of Executive Order Number 64, which provided a salary increase for government employees, including teachers. He also recognized the struggles and sacrifices inherent in the teaching profession. The lockdown affected graduation rights, and with the lockdown, there was no commencement exercise. However, we slowly heard stories of teachers out of compassion for the graduates, going to each graduate's house so that each graduate could dress up, prepare a small stage, have a small celebration, take pictures, and receive the diploma. Where else would you see something like that? Marcos asked. Only teachers do that. Other people don't. Only teachers do that, he said. These initiatives, Marcos said, are proof that the education system will prevail despite challenges because of teachers' determination. It's because of your passion, your innovation, and unwavering dedication that I hold the firm belief that despite odds, we will push forward, he said. Furthermore, Marcos said that he entrusts the teachers with shaping the future that the nation aspires to have. To our teachers, keep shaping our students who will not only face the uncertainties of the day, but will also embrace the opportunities of tomorrow, the President said. Our future rests in your hands. This administration trusts that you will help us build the Bagong Pilipinas that we all aspire to achieve, he added. The event, with the team Together for Teachers, gathered approximately 10,000 public school teachers, education stakeholders, DepEd officials, and representatives from government agencies. And Senator President Pro Tempore Jinko Estrada made another push on Thursday for his anti-espionage bill, seeking together penalties for national security-related violations. Defense Secretary Gilbert Teodoro made a similar call on Monday, urging lawmakers to update anti-espionage measures after an alleged Chinese spy in an Al Jazeera report linked Desmond Bambang Mayor Alice Guo to Chinese espionage operations in the Philippines. I stand in solidarity with our defense chief in pushing for reforms to our espionage laws, which were instituted almost a century ago, Estrada said in a statement. Given the significant changes in national defense and security over the years, it is important to review and update these policies to ensure they are relevant to the current landscape, he added. Estrada invited input from the Defense Department in reforming the anti-espionage law. The Senate began investigating Guo last May for her involvement with illegal Philippine offshore gaming operators. In July 2023, Estrada filed Senate Bill Number 2368 seeking tougher penalties for espionage, including life imprisonment and fines of up to 1 million pesos. Existing laws penalize espionage with 10 to 30 years imprisonment and a fine between 2,000 pesos and 30,000 pesos. The penal code sets the penalty at 6 months and 1 day to 6 years in prison. The expansion of the coverage of espionage includes new provisions addressing cyber espionage. This legislation is a response to evolving threats and technological advancements that could compromise the country's security, Estrada said. And now for now for the international headlines. A Singapore court on Thursday sentenced former Transport Minister Iswaran to 12 months in prison. Local media reported in the Financial Hub's first case involving a political office holder in more than 4 decades. After Iswaran was convicted last week of obstruction of justice and accepting illegal gifts, prosecutors had sought a 6 to 7 month sentence, the Street Times reported. But the defense team for the former minister, who is known for helping to bring Formula One to the wealthy state city, had argued for a maximum sentence of 8 weeks. Earlier this year, Iswaran was hit with 25 charges mostly related to grift in a nation often cited as one of the world's least corrupt. But prosecutors moved forward with 5 lesser charges only, including some related to a billionaire property tycoon. Iswaran quit in January after being formally notified of the charges, which include accepting gifts worth more than $300,000. In the resignation letter at the time, he said he would clear his name in court. Iswaran has paid back around $295,000 in financial gain to the government, and gifts including a Plumpington bicycle were also seized from him, the Attorney General's office said. His trial has been deemed by observers to be one of the most politically significant in the city-state's history. Singapore's last senior politician convicted for grift dates to 1975, when Wee Ton Boon, the Minister of State for Environment, was found guilty of accepting bribes worth more than $600,000, according to local media. At the traffic choke intersection in stifling desert heat, a group of Arizona Republicans are campaigning for their preferred presidential candidate, Democrat Kamala Harris. The political temperature in this battleground state is rising as the United States hurdles towards a bitterly contested election on November 5, in which some lifelong Republicans say they cannot support Donald Trump. I'm just doing my periodic duty, defending my country against someone who actively sought to take down the Constitution, pilots instructor Amy Woodell tells AFP. Drivers in Mesa, a suburb of Phoenix, hung their horns as they pass the intersection in what appears to be a show of support for the nearly 2,000 people standing there with Arizona Republicans for Harris signs. But they are also shouting insults and the occasional middle finger. Trump lost to Joe Biden in this Western state in 2020 by a whopping 10,500 votes. But many in the local Republican Party still refuse to believe it, claiming without any evidence that the bullet was rigged. And finally, in showbiz news, financial coach and speaker Chinky Tan warned the public against fake reports linking him to illegal activities and claiming that he had been arrested. Tan said his name has been used in false news reports and deceptive online advertisements to lure people into a cryptocurrency scam. We have recently discovered that malicious actors are using my name as clickbait, misleading the public into believing false reports about me being arrested. This is not only a blatant lie, but it's also a harmful tactic meant to defraud individuals, he said in its statement. I urge everyone to be cautious and verify the legitimacy of such reports. Tan noted that they have already reported several Facebook ads and websites that are posing as credible news source and are circulating the false claims. The issue was escalated to NBI Cybercrime Division for legal action, including the filing of an affidavit of denial and an affidavit of complaint, Tan stated. We are working closely with authorities and social media platforms to ensure that these false claims are taken down as soon as possible, Tan added. Tan also reminded the public to be cautious of dubious advertisements and to verify the sources of the information they consume. And finally, Beanie and SB19 secured nominations at the 16 Star Awards for Music, vying for 3 different categories, including the top award, which is the Song of the Year. Earlier this year, SB19 dominated the 14 and 15 Star Awards after emerging as the biggest winner in different categories. Aside from the Song of the Year for their hit, Gento, SB19 was also nominated for Duo Group Artist of the Year and Dance Recording of the Year again for the same track, as well as Album of the Year for their Patatag release. Meanwhile, aside from the Song of the Year, Beanie also bragged nominations for their hit Pantropico in the Duo Group Artist of the Year and Dance Recording of the Year categories. Aside from the two groups, P-pop groups Believe, Adja, Horizon, and Alamat also brought nominations in different categories. On the other hand, Ricky Velasquez, Moria de la Torre, Young Constantino, Casey Dinkan, Morisete, Julian Santos, Katrina Velate, and San Geronimo will compete for the Female Recording Artist of the Year, while Gary Valenciano is set to receive his Pilita Corrales Lifetime Achievement Award. And that is it for koolNews Primetime. As always, if you have any news suggestions or feedback you would like to share, you can get in touch with us at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. And join us again for more news headlines with koolNews at 4 tomorrow. Until then, I'm Caro, and this is Hope. And from the station that plays for you, we will see you tomorrow. Good night.